Yeah, they say go back to where you come from, and everybody is beginning to go back to where they come from. But first off, just before we could celebrate that we have 9 African countries in the round of 32, one was knocked out in the most painful way possible. Nobody wants to lose a game in the very, very last minute. But then there is a man here on this table today whose team won one of the sweetest Champions League ever. They say in life, everything is funny when it's not happening to you. But then when it's happening to you, what was funny become very painful. That's why I don't like hate watching. That's also the reason why I do not like banter, because to banter people is very sweet. I mean, savage, you're exciting, but then when they banter you, you start bringing moral compass. You start talking about why life should not be like this, why life should be fair, why life should be balanced, why justice should not be justice, or justice should be justice. Whether it's Justice Christopher or Justice Omoagege, I really don't know. But either ways, today we have a very good show for you, and I want to say massive shout out to everybody, all our new subscribers on this channel, and everyone who's engaging our content, commenting and dropping advice and giving us ideas on how to run the shows. Thank you very much. My name is Edafi Matthew Esogana. You love to call me the Elevator on Sports. This is the Gliders, and as we hear, let me start with the Manchester United fan who is also
been there, done it.
What's
Seen
that?
late goals.
What's that?
Scott late goals. Fergie time goals.
Who represent
South African
the
goals.
concept of South African type of goal? Who understand what Fergie time is? Who understand the idea of 1999 treble winning team? FA Cup semi-finals against Arsenal after Dennis Beckham missed a penalty. Ryan Giggs went on that solo run, the best goal ever scored in the English FA Cup, very, very late in the game. You score that goal, it is, my Igbo brothers will say, Church Agbasa. Church don't close. There is nothing you can do. Just pass the ball and let the referee sound the final whistle. And then for Manchester United, I think that was in Barcelona, yes, against Bayern Munich, and it just so happened, and somehow they won the Champions League, and it's an incredible moment. Last night we had an incredible night. Felix Egbamuche.
Yeah,
you love to call it Felix the Great. How was it for you?
I'm fine. I'm good. You were talking about hate watch. This is not hate watch. Hate watch is a stretch. So this one is beefing, and I want to get it out of my chest. I already told him, Mikolo, I'm beefing Mikolo. It's after my life. Mikolo is after my life.
Can you let the audience know what he did?
I will not say more than this. If you want to explain himself,
no. Now you
himself.
carry beef come.
Now
you go talk.
Oh, okay.
In law,
okay.
to allege.
Must prove,
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
To allege is the
So
Clock it. The law. Esquire. And Daffy Matthew Esquire. Esquire.
I'm very a lot of lawyers.
The law.
Lawyers
Esquire.
But yes, Nicolo went on social media. This small boy, all of us, they sit down, they watch, they use cash cruise. He reached Nicolo turn. He started to introduce him, babe. Then she started to love Arsenal, started to love football. It not end there. That's already enough pepper for singles like us, with the outside, with the streets. Nicolo still did not leave it at that. He brought it on social media. Okay. You can post about He's now saying it's the best feeling. How? You can invalidate my feelings of watching football by myself and watching it with my goons in a viewing center, because you are watching it with your shima in the comfort of your. That's why. Today again, say I don't forgive that one. Say I don't forget. Today we were talking about downside up and the upside down house. Piccolo, you went show us picture. Piccolo has pictures that he took at that place by himself.
Oh my
chest. When he wants to
chest.
bring out the picture when him and the babe they do love you dog. They show me.
How did we?
Now single. I'm not keep person. Now single.
chest.
Now single. I'm not keep person because what in the world is it? Before now Timothy carried this in my head. Timothy don't drop him. You don't continue. Wait, let me ask
Timothy
you.
talk about baby game. Like say the baby don't break your heart.
What I do now?
Jesus.
What I do?
I beg. I mean, feelings don't kill me.
So what I do?
Felix, how did we go from South Africa conceding a
No,
late
we will get to those ones. They
Nah,
don't take
nah,
their
beef.
sports.
No,
arriving at the
beef,
court.
beef, now beef.
Yeah, they don't take their sports. They take people job. They don't take their
they've gone
sports.
back home.
Yes, Nicolo, how did we get here? How did we get here?
Aibo.
How did we arrive at this place?
Batong wena.
Zenzele.
I'm a piano.
But yeah,
Why-
good day, everybody.
Why is this old man working with his young people? They say birds of the same feather flock
I
together.
mean,
There is nothing the same in our
Feelings
feathers.
don't kill. Bro, what a way to start the show. But I mean, what else should I do now?
I'm
I
not
cannot.
introduce Nicolas already.
I've been introduced. There's no need to introduce me
I
today.
cannot do anything
I've been
today.
called out
Let me
already.
tell you now. This. Let me look to the camera. That's my camera.
Funny thing is that I'm going to send this link to my babe to watch.
Let me tell you now. This
Make I won't
let
do.
me tell you now. The next one where you do, you go see me for your day. The next one, when we are having any conversation, you are posting anything. If you want to post, find me, block me. If you want to post about babe, your love life, block me.
But actually,
Wait. Are you saying that his happiness is triggering your sadness?
No, it's using it to bros. You don't marry now.
Yes.
You dey oppress me.
I don't know if I depress. I post my children and my
Yeah,
wife.
yes. Your children,
But wait.
How can we call so, bros? Hear that thing. The best feeling is watching.
Yeah, because as a single man, he's been watching football with his goons, and it's become normal. If I get the feeling right, now he's not watching it with his babe.
different.
Listen, this is a woman that he's going to spend the rest of his life with.
And
then
my bros, the
discovering
tension
that-
you, Jesus.
discovering that I can convert somebody. You know how back in the day where we used to go to church, where you go and convert somebody, you'll be happy that you have done something for God. So to be able to convert somebody who doesn't have time for football, you know football is hard, and it's seen as a game for hooligans, violence, and the rest. And then all of a sudden, convert this soft, beautiful, amazing person to start asking you questions about tactics, about just
Anyways,
color.
let me just read the tweet.
Oh, God.
Guys, this is the tweet that is triggering Felix. I said, and I quote, and this was because I went
Okay,
on
what read that to my I don't remember.
Loki. The most beautiful thing that has happened to me in the last few months is my non-football girlfriend starting to develop interest in football. From sending football reels to watching games with me, being inquisitive about everything is low-key very cute. And I'm sure it's not just me that has experienced this before. It is beautiful. So if something beautiful happens to me, I should not be able to say it.
So you are saying that people should not be testifying about the goodness of
when-
God in their life
so
anymore.
what happened in that
But
moment?
you will go to the radio station, you go to church, and you go and be singing, Baba, don't do one again.
People should consider feelings
Single
of
people.
those of us. that
Actually,
are
what
on
happened
the
was that I went.
Is that not the Olodoism that they talk
Hey,
about?
Olodo uprising.
Uprising.
Anyways, what happened was I went on TikTok that particular morning and I saw like she had sent me, like, normally we keep streaks on TikTok, but she had not sent videos of not just normal things that she would normally send, but she sent video of somebody saying about Haaland. There was somebody that was begging Mbappe's mother. So there was a lady that was pitching herself to Mbappe's mother and saying, Mbappe's mother, this is me early in the morning. I can iron my clothes. Yeah, this is me before night. I can pray very well. This is me cooking. So the person was pitching herself to Mbappe's mother and all of those kind of
that you
things.
go
So
and divorce
then
him
she
and
also
to take
sent
all his wealth
there's also
only.
one that she sent about Haaland. Like, people were finding Haaland funny. And I think also this should actually launch us into football. How much has this football played? This football being hosted in America, how much has it played in introducing a new audience to football? Because of the kind of people that I've now seen that are giving their takes on football. There's the normal football fans of Europe, but how much influence do you think taking this World Cup to USA, Canada, and Mexico have on the followership of football?
Incredible level of influence, if you ask me.
How you know is when you look at 80,000 capacity stadium
Yes.
fill up.
In 1994, football was not soccer, as they call it, was not this big
Yeah.
in America. So, and the English people, UK people, they have their arrogance when they speak about their football. But with Americans, you hear they say you win the NBA, they say you are world champion.
Yeah.
In the NFL, they say you are world champions. They think like sports
Everything starts
around there.
I am glad, very glad that they are seeing something
What world
that is
truly
bigger
means, yeah.
than the NBA, like the way football, the World Cup was starting when they were playing the final game of the NBA, and it dwarfed.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
attention.
there's this. New York Knicks will not be happy now.
It dwarfed the conversation.
And that's already even
on that
died down.
final. The only place where this thing, the
It's
thing
New
had
York
buzz.
itself.
Is New York.
Yeah.
With the Knicks where he
Yeah.
had that buzz.
Yeah.
Because they had no one in 50 plus.
But even in
years.
New York itself, I think the World Cup
Yeah.
eventually came to overshadow them.
So I'm glad that they are seeing Colombians, South Africans.
Do you know what
like,
is going on in
everywhere.
Boston? Boston. You
Yeah.
see what Scotland fans are doing in Boston?
They
Blood of-
finished the beer.
They finish all of the beer.
Beer
That
ran
if-
like
even the
beer ran
locals,
and there was
even,
no beer
even the locals
for-
are saying that they should come back, that they shouldn't leave Boston. Like they,
they
found a home
didn't
there.
know what was coming with
Yeah,
Scotland.
yeah.
And all of
So,
that.
so
I'm
I
glad.
think it's a generation. The gap between 1994 and 2026 is so far that some of the people who experienced the World Cup that time was the first time they thought it was similar to, because in 1994 Michael Jackson was still alive, Prince was still alive. There was no social media. They were doing concert, BET, MTV Award, all of those things. So the World Cup was almost at par. Then came the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah.
There is a new generation of content creators.
Yes, man.
There's
Yeah.
a new generation of people who
Social
follow the
media,
new slangs, new manners,
influencers.
new rules, influencers. Teams used to arrive as novice. In 1994, when teams arrived, Nigeria were novice. A lot of teams were novice to America. Now you have players who are galactical system. Players are planetary system. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. Those two are not just one individual player from a country. Those two can fill 80,000 capacity stadium all by themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? Then you now have the next gen, the Haaland and the Mbappe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing to see Mbappe speaks English like he's an American. And then when he's in Europe, he speaks French, and then he speaks British English as well. Then you're amazed at the kind of cult following that they have. We've never seen that before. The only time Americans saw that was maybe Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
No, not even LeBron James. So it is strange that a game of 11 people, individuals can be this powerful. Then you also have cult following of coaches, then the national team. Then you see where troops, this is not fans. Fans is 10, 100 people, 50 people. You see troops blocking an entire
Norway.
Fifth Avenue in
Yeah.
New York. You understand me? Blocking the entire Bay Area. You understand? So you be like, ooh. There are more people. This is takeover. This is how did they fly here? Where did they come
This
from?
is beyond us.
You're
Yeah.
going to work on match day, and you're seeing those kind of things that you used to see.
Or you're having your
in
normal
Avengers movie,
you're having your
where there
normal
is alien attack.
yoga. Did you see, there was a yoga video where people were having New York
And then you
Center.
see Norwegians
Norwegian who
doing that you like, oh, it is football like this because it's something they've never experienced
Yeah.
before. And then let's not even forget the part where the unveiling of teams, Norway, different teams, and then you see DR Congo coming to this World Cup. They were not timid. They turned the World Cup arrival into a runway. You saw the Senegalese with the
statements.
best trim outfit. Like, what is going on here? This
Was it Senegal that did that lion?
no,
It was
DR
DR Congo.
Oh,
Senegal was the one that did the inner outfit and then
Yeah.
the
Oh,
light
DR
green.
Congo leopard.
Yes,
Yeah,
that-
leopard skin,
that-
yeah.
without
That
their
suits.
leopard bag.
That
Are
suits.
you God?
That suits.
And
It
then,
suits me.
and then, just when everybody thought, you know what, these new teams, this young teams, Cape Verde, DR Congo, they will not do anything.
Cape
Boom.
Verde goes ahead to stop Spain.
Against Spain, the expected world champion, the Lamine Yamal and co will come and do yama yama and mess everybody up. There, Cape Verde did not read the memo. Then they say, okay, Cristiano Ronaldo and his Portuguese
Yeah,
all-star
Congo
team will take
Best midfield in the
will
world.
take over DR Congo and they will go back to the era of Mobutu Sese Seko. It was God that saved them all. It was God that saved Portugal that day. Like, Pharaoh let my people go. So everybody like, oh, these people are not here to fall down and die. You even when their goalkeeper, the Vozia, started rising
Verde.
from 500,000 to
Yeah.
10 million.
13
Guy.
People now realize that this football
is beyond what we are
beyond
thinking.
what we were thinking. And then you start seeing the numbers on America and Canadian TV in terms of advert. Like, do you know how crazy it would be that Telemundo paid to have the World Cup broadcast on Telemundo? Have you heard that before? So it's a what the World Cup is a
It's
movement.
awakening.
It's a movement
yeah,
that
it's an
when
awakening.
people say, "Oh, why you want to spend this money to host it?" I love how Qatar invested everything and broke the bank just to host it. You want to have that tag on yourself. Unfortunately, not everybody can host the World Cup. The
Yeah.
World Cup just got. With
Going
this World
forward now,
Cup, just got
now
a
go dey
lot
be
more
teary.
expensive. The
Nah,
only country
nah.
that can host it alone is Saudi Arabia in
Yeah.
2034. After that, there's not a single country that be able to host 48 countries and be comfortable hosting them because the numbers of people that are coming, it's not just the 48 countries.
And it's actually very even
the
insane
fan base.
how many cities are still yet to be used, even in the United States.
and,
right
and
now.
when you think that as it is today, some cities in America, Canada, and Mexico did not have the right to host,
They don't
right?
even host,
And
yeah.
then, but they still feel the impact. The viewing centers or
Yeah.
the
Fan-
fan
yeah,
parks,
fan parks, yeah.
fan parks have
Fan
as much
festival.
crowd as you will have in some European stadium, like the Como Stadium, the Aston Villa Stadium, and all those things.
The
You,
Vitality Stadium.
you now understand
11,000.
that football is not be your mate.
Nah, football is big.
Football is not your mate.
There's going to be a lasting impact after this
No, and
on
impact
America.
The
Sorry,
impact will be big, and
Yeah, they know.
and David Beckham will be the greatest benefactor. The way
I think it will have a big
way this-
impact on MLS too.
the straight,
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying David Beckham. The way the Strait of Hormuz was a blessing to Dangote, right? That's how this World Cup will be a blessing to David Beckham because that's Miami Park that they are building close to the airport for their new stadium. The whole first of they introduced this pink thing. People were asking why is Inter Miami wearing pink everywhere? There's
there's a market.
only
for
about
it.
4 people who's wearing non-pink boots in this World Cup.
Yes,
Messi, Ronaldo is good wearing that golden one for scoring 6 in 6 consecutive World Cup, and the others, right? Every other person is wearing pink. The whole drama when this thing ends, Lewandowski is already going to one of the
Chicago.
MLS Chicago Fire, and you can see
Casemiro.
the Casemiro going
uh,
to
Miami.
Inter Miami. I think that it is big for them. And when FIFA said before the World Cup that the projected earning will be 11 billion, I was one of those like, where's this money coming from? Your last earning was 5 billion. The World Cup is between 4 to 6 billion. Where are you going to get 11 billion from? But then, looking at how things have gone and what the amount that they sold the broadcast right, I think that 11 billion is an understatement. But let me come to you. Watching that South African game, Felix, what were the things you noticed? Do you think that, because I've seen, I went live after the match, I've seen people say that, oh, South Africa should have gone all at attacking. Why are they afraid of Canada? But before the game, I said that Canada's greatest strength is their relentless speed. They will run at you from start to finish like Japan. So why? And then they just know how to play restless football, right? They're like wrestlers, not like dragging people down, but they don't get tired. Did you see anything in that game that South Africa could have done better? Remember that majority of the players are from their local league.
I was going to start from there because before that game yesterday, currently now, I think it's England. Before that game, they had, at the start of the tournament, they were 4th or 5th, the country that had the most players from their league.
Yeah.
But most of those people got knocked out, Curacao and co. And now they have England, just the only team with more players, 22. And I'm looking at something that Ugo Bruce said after the last AFCON, or was it the previous one? The last AFCON. When he said the inexperience of playing on an international stage is what caught up with them at some point. Yes, it's good. They have that team spirit. They have that flair, technique, and all of that. But you know, there is a difference between you are in Lagos, you are king of Lagos. You think the world, like I use the Americans with the NBA and the NFL.
And you're
You think-
flexing.
Yeah, you think the world revolves. That's the height. And then you step out.
You jump on a
The
plane
new
and you go
place.
to
You
Dubai.
go to Dubai or
Later
London,
Paris or London or New
Paris,
York.
and you say, okay, where my madness stop? Now there another person just they start. So it is that sort of feeling that I got when I was watching the South Africans yesterday. Mbokazi, the guy that plays abroad in the MLS,
Yeah.
look like the standout player
Yeah.
for them in
Grabbed
defense,
lots
and
of
you could see
attention.
that flair of I don't play with people like this on this level. The other guys looked timid. Mokena, I'm always fascinated when I watch him play against African teams in the CAF Confederation. In the CAF Champ, they don't play CAF Confederations Cup. In the CAF Champions League that they won, I'm always looking. This guy is
This guy is
technically
very good,
gifted
yeah.
player. in the midfield for South Africa. Yesterday it looked off. Their midfield was not giving. And you could see the experience and the know-how of the Canadians. Jonathan David plays for Juventus. Bayern has Alphonso Davies. The Oluwaseyi
You
guy
see when he
plays
came
for-
in the 75th
yes,
minute,
the spark.
the whole stadium.
Yes,
Erupted.
Sheyi plays for Villarreal. Top level people that are fighting to play in the Champions League, playing in the Champions League or the Europa League, top level competitions. I'm not saying the CAF Confederations Cup is not
It's
there.
top
Top
level. It's a
Champions
League,
fact.
yeah.
There's nothing
it's-
wrong about
the
it.
CAF Champions League is up there, but we can see when the best from the continent, Alakli and Sundowns, went to the FIFA Club World Cup, we saw how they were dwarfed by other continents' best. So that level, they started why they have that team spirit, that cohesion. They dominated possession in the first half. They were playing. You could see that this is a team. They know themselves, but that extra edge, that extra experience of playing outside the continent is what Canada used against them. And also, I think when they were playing against Korea, the approach was different. They knew that we had to win to stand any chance of playing in the next round.
Mentality.
Against Canada, I don't know what. Maybe it was the
No, the
players on the
assumption
pitch
that
or
we'll play this game into
Ugo
penalty,
Bruce,
we'll win on
the
penalties.
belief of maybe if we get in, if we will pass them, and at some point 85, 86 minutes, South Africa were passing between Mbokazi,
William.
and William, and the fans were booing them in the stadium.
Move this
forward,
tempo
move.
forward.
I was so happy when I said the team that came to play this game has won this game. So the inexperience of not having enough players like Foster and Bonkazi and maybe one or two others play abroad, the rest play in their country. I think that inexperience was the biggest factor against them in that game.
Let's focus on Foster. You know, he started with the talk with players don't play abroad, you don't come with that experience, and I agree completely. Let me take us back to when I was growing up. There's something we used to do in Delta State called Edo Delta. Forget this war now between Edo and Delta that is on social media. We used to live like children of the same father but different mother. And there's a game called Edo Delta competition towards the end of the year where players are on break like that, right? You know, when this foreign-based professional come,
It's different.
play this football, the way they serve the ball. See, we all know how to play
Yes,
football.
now the technique.
The way they would, you know, when you want to kick the ball, you will go put all your muscle. These guys will just touch the ball, like they send the ball message. The ball will just go. You be like, man, what did this guy they do? Like if they had the ball, they would put swag. The ball will be coming. So they'll go up like this and set their head. They just direct the ball. The ball is in the net. Them Dukudi, you know, Badwin Bazwaye. You will see some of these players that have gone abroad to play with Sinoruma, and you be like, I must go this abroad. Now they have like Foster, who plays abroad. But he's supposed to be the asset. He's supposed to be the one who tells the rest of the players that, don't worry, this is what to expect. I played with them, I know them. This is the worst that can happen. But then, throughout the World Cup, every game he played, he was missing. Do you think that the occasion overwhelmed him? I mean, we expected a Shabalala or a Benny McCarthy kind of performance, a Philima Masinga kind of performance. And it was a wild gecko who we thought would be able to perform like an alligator or a crocodile. And then the World Cup came, and it became a real wild gecko.
Yeah, well, I think for Foster, right, it's normal. It's quite normal to have off days, right? It's quite normal to
It's
have
off
tournaments.
competition, no?
Yes, but
Started the first game
I
after
think,
we-
but I
after
feel
we-
like also you need to have backing. Like you need to have players that can always step up even when you don't. And I think that's where South Africa have faltered in this competition, right? The fact that there are no players, just like what Felix have said, is almost the same thing, right? You can't have one professional player in the midst of local players in their own sense and then expect that they deliver a world-class performance. I saw a video clip yesterday, right, where the Manchester City guy, Antoine Semenyo, dropped a true pass for Jordan Ayew and made a run, and Jordan couldn't return the ball back to him.
God.
And then a Ghanaian was complaining about that. You people keep saying that Semenyo doesn't have that impact that he's having in Manchester City with Ghana. Do you think a Czechie would not release this pass for him immediately? Because that clip was so that clip was so bad and all of those kinds. So relating that to the South African thing is that I don't know. There's this false sense of nationalism that happens with South Africa, not just the football team. and we've seen that with the current politics that's currently going on with them, where they take. I think there needs to be an education with South Africa where they take pride in the fact that we don't have too many people outside the country. They
Yeah.
feel like that is a sense of
something that
pride
makes them better
that
than
makes
other
them
people.
better than other people. Meanwhile, it means that you cannot compete globally, right? If there are global talents, they need to be tapped. It's as simple as that. That's what makes the world go round, right? And I feel like there's too many misinformation that is going on with the country. So they feel like, oh, if you are practicing your trade outside the country, it means you're not very good enough, or all of those kind of things. So for South Africa, there's this false sense of nationalism that happens with them. And I saw somebody's tweet yesterday as well. I wish I should have taken a screenshot. There's this thing that happens in South Africa where games where you expect them to go on the front foot for, right? They become very timid and coward with it. South Africa felt like the better team against Nigeria in the qualifiers. But when it came to the time when they were supposed to play against Nigeria, they took us to a pitch where both of us will not be able to play. That already is a sign of inferiority
Yeah.
in the first place. This is a team that came to Lagos, that came to Uyo and bowled us.
Played bush-squackling football.
They were the best team in that group. But at the point where it still felt like they could secure their qualification, they still felt insecure enough to take us to a pitch that looked like a potato farm, just so they can frustrate us. So, and that's why it looked like yesterday. Pound for pound, for one, if you had asked me to analyze, going by what we've seen in this tournament so far, South Africa versus Canada, I felt like South Africa had a chance on paper
I felt so too.
until it came into that game. The minute they came into that game, then it just felt like mentally they were very defeated already. So for me, there's a reason why there's coefficients. There's a reason why there are bigger leagues. There's a reason why people go ahead to play foreign football, just so you can have that kind of talent. Canada are not a spectacular team, but they have players that play professional football. They have individual qualities that shine through. So that's why there's national team football. National team football is bring the best of your legs from all around the world. People that have been exposed to different type of football education. You know, you are playing here in England, you are playing here in France, you are playing here in the USA. Come together as professionals and let's gather a team that can compete as a national team. Not you are playing in Sundowns, you are playing Pirates. We are playing the same type of football. We are playing the same local level type of football that is only competing good enough to compete for the Champions League. And that mentality is always there. So I feel like it was mentality that let them down yesterday, and also the absence of world-class players, and maybe that's also, you know, rubbed off on Foster, who has not been able to perform well in this competition.
All right, Felix, he just talked about the absence of world-class player. Let's put a spotlight on the world-class player. Meanwhile, if you're watching us, please do it to subscribe to the channel and join the conversation. This show is not meant for just us to engage. You two also join the conversation. Tell us what you think about what South Africa did. Where did they get it wrong? What they could have done better? What are the lessons that they can pick from this and then go forward and do something better? But then he just talked about the star players. So I'm going to ask Felix, but I'm also throwing it out to you guys there. Lionel Messi is on 6 goals, 0 assists. Kylian Mbappe is on 4 goals, 2 assists. Ousmane Dembele have 4 goals, 1 assist. You also have Vinicius Junior who's got 4 goals, 1 assist. Erling Haaland, all for the goal. You know he doesn't assist people anyway. 4 goals, 0 assists. And then you have a new name, Dennis Undav, the German, who's got 3 goals and 2 assists. Just as you also have Joan, what's his name now? Manzambi of Switzerland. There's a reason why I'm bringing him up. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist. Now, when you look at these star players, we thought that this is a World Cup where Cristiano Ronaldo is down there with 2 goals and 0 assists as well. But, I mean, before somebody accused me that I didn't mention him, he's there. He's also scored 2 goals in that game where they played against Uzbekistan. Do you think that this World Cup seemed to still highlight, one, there is room for teams, unknown teams to come up, but still continue the status quo of star players shining above every other?
I think there have been some new names who have popped up in this tournament.
Johan Wissa?
Johan Wissa. Not necessarily new
but
in the what stage,
the what stage is new.
Yeah. We've had like the Switzerland boy you called Mbukazi. You called
Johan Mazambi.
Then the Vozinha guy with Curaçao. We have had, but this tournament has wholly
favored the
for the
superstars.
top guys.
Oh
They've
my
held
God.
it by the scruff of the neck and they've delivered. Everybody, Harry Kane, Cristiano Ronaldo in the game that he scored, Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland, and I've loved it for them. they've given it some sort of spark. I was thinking this World Cup would be a very tired World Cup. World Cup for
Yeah,
players
that's what it
coming
felt
in,
like.
feeling tired. But it seems like some of those players they reserve some
The energy for the World Cup.
energy
They,
for
pl-
the
they
World
planned
Cup.
for
And
it.
they've been like unleashing it during this time. I've not seen any player look tired.
Now,
They've
Aside those that are
looked-
managing their injuries.
Now,
though.
Mikolo, we spent a long time in this season talking about the battle between Mbappe and Vinicius Junior, the poor season of Real Madrid. Is it now ostensibly clear? Is it official to say that Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are not meant to play together? They would do great, lead a team to success
'Cause
on
they're
their
playing
own.
separately.
Because now, Mbappe is doing excellently well in Madrid
Linking
and
up play,
in France,
getting assists.
setting up opposition, something that we accuse him of that he doesn't set up his teammates. Vinicius Junior, the tournament didn't start up well for him. First game, everybody was like, this team,
Yeah.
this Brazilian team will
They
be
played
beaten.
Morocco.
Played Morocco.
But he
They
still scored in that
struggled
game.
for him to score. It was the bright spot for them. But he scored 4 goals in this tournament. Not only scoring 4, he's also created. Same
He's
for
also
Mbappe.
won
Mbappe
MVP
has
3
created
games
2.
back to
Vinicius
back.
Junior have created 1. When you look at this, what do you have to say? And is this a pointer to the fact that by the start of next season, one of them will leave Madrid?
So, not going to take it from a place of taking anything from the players. I think it's a club thing, right? I think it is a profile thing. It is a scouting thing. It is an ego thing. It is a thing of I expected that Madrid should not still go for Mbappe, but Madrid have been so used to their areas of going for Galacticos that they forget whatever it is that is working in
Commercial
their
value
midst.
that Mbappe
It
brings.
is, yes, it is always about the ego. It's always about the big names for Real Madrid, and I think that's why they've brought in Mbappe. They won the Champions League, they won the league, and then Mbappe came in, and it felt like everything is scattering. One is the fact that they've not been properly profiled, right? You just have that feeling that this was a ego signing for Florentino Perez. It wasn't a matter of what the team needed at the points that it needed it, because up until the time that they signed Kylian Mbappe,
But sorry, before
there
you-
was
can Mbappe be available for free, and you have Florentino Perez, and you will not consider him?
that's
Are you saying
yeah,
that Mbappe is a player that they don't need in Madrid?
right at the point where they signed him, they didn't need him.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no,
No. At the point where they signed him, they didn't need a profile like Mbappe. Right? They didn't need a profile like Mbappe, but if Mbappe is available for you to sign, and Mbappe will always improve your team and will score the goals. Yes, I agree with that. But at the point of the team chemistry and the team cohesion, as at when it was Vinicius, there was this man that was up front, the goal scorer, and then there was Rodrigo on the side, and there was also Jude Bellingham had his best season in a Madrid shirt, the season where Kylian Mbappe wasn't there. He was crashing the box and getting all of the goals, and feel like he was even having a Ballon d'Or push. I think he even finished third in that season or second, right? So I feel like it now boils down to the coach of Madrid to see what can happen. The solution to this that I've thought about just right now when we were asking the question is a matter of one person sacrificing his ego, which is maybe Vinicius Junior moves on to the right. Kylian Mbappe keeps his spot on the left, and then he gets a striker. Because if you still want to,
I think that's
that's a solution. That's the
Mbappe
that's
does not track
that's,
back on the left.
that's a
Vinicius
solution.
does not track back on the right.
Vinicius tracks back. Vinicius
When he
does
wants to.
no, he tracks back. So I feel like this is a issue for Jose Mourinho to sort out. Playing together, their style of play will never match each other.
So the star boy of Brazilian football, a country whose
Yeah.
football is bigger than French football, should sacrifice.
Edafe, what I'll tell you is that with what we've seen with Madrid teams of the past, there's always an hierarchy. And until that hierarchy is addressed in Madrid, there's going to be problems
So
every time.
This thing has
With
happened
BBC.
before. This thing has happened before. It's not. This is not the first time.
Yeah.
It happened under Pep Guardiola in Barcelona. There's a certain king of kings, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and there is an upcoming precious lamb of the Lord, which taketh away the suffering of the Catalonians, that was coming at the time. And Pep did what was right, but was not nice in the eyes of people. He said, "You know what? Sacrifice John the Baptist, kill him. Jesus would rescued the people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they sacrificed Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
And letting Zlatan Ibrahimovic go brought about what we saw in 2012 calendar year where Messi scored 91 goals. And the rest, as I say, is Messi's history. And we're still benefiting the final part of that wine till this very day. Would we not get to the point to where they will say, because Vinicius Junior is not going to play on the right. It's that kind of, and even me, I will not sacrifice my own ego for that.
And I feel
Especially
like
when I won Madrid Champions League. What does Madrid want that
two
I've not done for them?
Champions
I want them to Champions
we are
League.
not the board though, and we're not the coaches.
but Vinicius Junior is in a very good place. His contract is in conversation to renew his contract. He is asking for the same pay as Kylian Mbappe in Madrid. There is no way Vinicius Junior holding all of those cards.
In Madrid,
He will now
Vinicius
say-
Junior have done more for them than
So are you
Mbappe.
guys no?
Madrid fans.
So are you
lean
saying
towards
as
him
a
more than
Florentino
Mbappe.
Perez? I agree with what people are saying. No, me I like Vinicius more in that squad, right? Because of what he has achieved and he has proven himself. But I'm saying that as a Florentino Perez or as a board member right now, would both of you sacrifice Kylian Mbappe for Vinicius?
I will.
Mbappe does not have
I will.
he
does not run
the coins in the bank that Vinicius have with Madrid.
With Madrid, we already
But
know that there's
also-
there's nothing like coins in Madrid.
No,
Well,
there is.
to
Ronaldo
some
had the
extent-
coins and he used it
to
to.
some extent. Maybe there is, but also
Kylian Mbappe is Kylian
what I
Mbappe.
can see, why I can see, maybe that he might sacrifice Vinicius. You know, he has, like we all agree, he has done it all. He has won the Champions League. He has won
He's
league
not won the Ballon d'Or.
titles and all of that.
And he wants to win
That's
it.
an
He's not going to
individual
win the
decision.
Ballon d'Or.
I'm not sure Madrid would want to push him in the way over the club.
He's not going to win.
They might
He's
say
not going
you
to-
don't
Now
do
let's
everything. You
look
don't
at it-
see you.
let's look
do
at it from
something
this
new
way.
story with Mbappe.
Is there any club that wants to sign an Mbappe right now? No. There are quite a few clubs that want
Don't
to sign
sign
Vinicius.
Vinicius.
They
Yes.
don't. They,
He
a
can't go
club
back
not
to
being not
Paris
get to one sign,
Saint-Germain.
but it's not because of the talent. Too.
It's because of the money.
It's the money. Who
Yes.
will
Eh,
play?
everything is
Then
called.
we'll go to
You consider
Galatasaray
everything.
now.
Yeah.
They
Wetin
dey
you want-
close
wetin
shop.
you want go do
They
for
say
that?
that
The
you-
same Galatasaray that
See
you
that money
people
they pay
said
Osimhen.
was a good league for
Please,
Osimhen.
they
See that the
are-
money that they pay Osimhen, like
They
Mbappe
build.
ask.
There
They
was
build.
a time when Nigeria
they-
said
they
Osimhen is
build-
better than
They build.
Mbappe.
They build Osimhen out. It's
But
not.
Mbappe
It's
is
not. It was
around
not a right option.
800,000 euros every week. The next contract is signing is 1 million.
The country will
That
collapse.
guy is. That guy
The full
is
league will
a
collapse.
dictator. 800.
In
That's
euros,
crazy.
like
He
700,
came for free
800.
now. He came for free.
But
If
yeah.
you wanted to sign
Yes.
him, you would have paid maybe 150 to
Yes,
200
now,
million.
so all those money.
So all that money he has to earn it.
Shit. That's,
But nobody would even sign him back.
do everybody take quiet now? The money we take.
The money has everybody.
Everybody just reason the money we quiet.
Lifetime balance.
Let's see. Let's focus on what's within our pay grade. Kylian Mbappe is above our pay grade. Let's not talk about him anymore. We can't criticize him. We can't even analyze him. But guys, if you are there, do well to join the conversation. I don't think that Kylian Mbappe is above your pay.
Who would you sacrifice?
Who would you sacrifice?
Or how would you
between
play them
Mbappe
together?
and Vinicius? And if you're not sacrificing, how do you play them together and get Madrid winning again? Or are we going to have another emergency election next year? Having said that, let's go on this break. When we come back, we continue with the World Cup. Yeah, thank you very much. As you can see, please do what to register with www.betwgb.com. Please bet wisely. I don't want anybody coming online to say that they use their house rent to bet. But I'm going to get the
This World Cup gone.
analysts in the house.
People go don't chop bet and some way they don't lose. Go don't lose. Oh.
A lot of people don't
They don't
lose.
lose. Oh. I
A
said
lot of
they
people don't
They
lose.
don't
Like
lose.
a lot of
Oh.
people
All those
have lost
Spain,
money.
Portugal game.
Bro.
People had bet that they would keep Curacao in their second game, and then they lost. Well, people have lost. Bet companies have made all the money they lost during the regular season that they were shelling out payments. This is a different conversation. So let's start with the game. The two of you have to choose who go first and who go after. Give your analysis of this match. Give your prediction and tell us why you're predicting. It's time for them to make money. So consider the money that they are going to use to bet before you give your
Open your mouth.
open your mouth and say things that will make them fight you on the streets. So, the streets are very, very rude right now. Let's start with Brazil and Japan. That's the match. I mean, tonight that will happen tonight. So by 6 p.m. that game on. Our video will be up before then. So let's start with Brazil and Japan. Felix.
One of the most eye-catching game of the round 32. And yesterday I was looking at the fixture list for this round 32, and I'm saying which games are the most difficult, which games are the easiest.
Netherlands, Morocco is the most difficult.
Yeah, I could not put
Officially
this
for
one.
me.
Yeah, I could not put this one in any of those brackets. I just put this one is one of the most trickiest game. This is going to be a tricky game because we know Japan.
Japan beats Brazil 3-2 before the World Cup.
Tactically, how they
After
play.
going down 2-0.
Yeah, tactically they are a well organized team, and their coach has found one way. Those numbers that he shows on the touchline,
Yeah.
3. You don't, you as the opposition, you don't know what that number is,
Yeah.
but the players understand.
It's a code.
That's the
And
point of tactics.
the times he has done it, he has worked magic on the pitch. So we cannot say he's just doing serene on the touchline because he's bringing out results. So it's a trick. I will not say it's going to be a difficult game. It's a tricky game. If Brazil go into that game the same way they went into the first game against Morocco, they lose. They don't get a draw. They lose to Japan because some of those lines that Morocco fluffed in that opening game, maybe it was still early days in the competition. Morocco had not pinpointed themselves right in the tournament. If they do it against Japan, they lose. If they go in the way they went into their second and third games, all gone blazing, and a more balanced squad. Because in that first game, you would see the Brazilian, where Paqueta they play, where Rafinha, they just wanted to
I
do
think they
vibes and
sorted
inshallah.
it with the way they brought in Bruno Guimaraes into that
Yeah,
team.
they
and the whole
in that first game, they were doing vibes and inshallah. Anywhere you see yourself, just play samba. In the second game, there was samba, but Cunha
It's
came
Brazil
in.
that will sue you this time.
Cunha came in for Igor Thiago. He has found a good connection
That
with
non-Brazilian.
Vinicius
That guy
Junior.
is a scam. It's a fraud.
Igor Thiago.
Mikolo said, and I quote, that Igor Thiago they only score goal when they need to show up for TV. That's what he said. This guy. That's what he said. He said Igor Thiago only scores that nobody has seen him score. Nobody has seen him score.
So yeah, they sort of found the balance. Paqueta goes to the left when they brought in Ryan. He gives them balance on the right. So they are a more balanced team now. On paper, I would say Brazil are favorites.
No, we are not playing this game on paper.
To win.
The feed tonight.
Yeah. I think Brazil would edge it. Brazil are going to edge it. I think they will not be as lackluster as they were in the first game against Morocco.
Mikolo,
they will just edge it by
Germany,
sheer talent.
Paraguay, 9:30 tonight.
Yeah, I think this is one of the games where you'd expect Germany to come out gun blazing, or to
Which goal? They get goal?
or to finally show us what they are going to be doing this World Cup, because I feel like we're yet to see it. Right, we're yet to see what Germany we're going to be expecting. They are still not clicking in the final third. For all of the talents that we think that they have, Kai Havertz leading the line. There's Jamal Musiala. I feel like in Germany, the idea of Jamal Musiala is better than the application of it. Right? There's an idea that we have of Jamal Musiala, what we see with Bayern Munich, but when it comes to but when it comes to like into the national team, there's always the application is very different, right? The games where we've seen them in these tournaments so far, they've not been very convincing. And don't also forget that the last two tournaments, they've really fluffed their lives. So this
terrible.
They've been terrible in the last two
redemption
tournaments
time.
after winning in 2014. So it just feels like the tournaments where they finally gotten out of the group stage. They have to do something, but we are still not convinced. The first game where it felt like, oh, they scored all of their goals, they felt like, oh, it was against Curacao. No disrespect to them, but they were expected to defeat Curacao. But the next two games against Ivory Coast, they won by a last-minute goal where Ivory Coast
Could have won that game.
could have won the game.
at
Right?
England, the rest
Ivory
of them.
Coast, to me, even in that game, were the better side. They had better chances that they could have used to bury the game. Frankesi had a lot of chances. Diomande was terrorizing them on the wings. You know, the likes of, Pepe even came in and even still had the game. And then, how could even miss Adingra? Should have buried that game and get the win before eventually Germany scored 90+5 or something and all of those kind of things. So they were not really impressive. And then against Ecuador, they lost to Ecuador. Ecuador got that win and eventually qualified. So you expect that Germany should comfortably win this. But with the way and manner in which they've played so far in this tournament, it's not looking like they're the favorite going into this one. Paraguay, though, didn't have a very big outing in the first. They were in Group A along the likes of USA and all of these kind of guys. They qualified with 4 points. They won one and they drew one, right? But I feel like this is the kind of game that could go anywhere, right? Germany are still the favorites going into this game, and you expect that they're going to score at least 2 goals in this game. But this is the point where we now start to see how far Germany will go in this competition. This is the game for me that's going to determine if Germany are one of the contenders to win the World Cup or not.
All right, I'm still going to stay with you because even though this is a Tuesday game, but it's Tuesday early hours for us in Nigeria. It's 2 a.m. game, Netherlands versus Morocco. I'm staying with you because you know the Moroccan team. We followed the Netherlands for a while, but you know the Moroccan team. You've been to Morocco like twice. You might be going there next month if all things go as planned. You and Felix will be going to Morocco next month. So where does this go? Me, my heart of heart, I want Morocco to win. I don't think a day is going to come when I would wish Morocco bad. All those hate watching or beefing, they can steal all the towers in the mall. I will still support them. So for you, where does this one go?
For me,
Wait, before we go, while we're thinking about that one, Felix, think about Cote d'Ivoire and Norway, France and Sweden. So
for me, Morocco is the biggest hope of Africa in this tournament, as expected, because of
I hope it's
what
about
they've
to
done.
be shattered tonight.
Nah.
On Tuesday night.
I don't think so. This is me being very.
On Tuesday morning,
this is me being very analytical. I don't think right now Morocco are in their camp shitting their pants because they are facing Netherlands. And I hope everybody believes
so.
that.
I agree.
Right?
Based off how the tournament
we all
has
agree
gone.
with that.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's pick it up from there. Morocco are not going to be coming to this game scared. They are not South Africa. Right? They are not South
Sweden.
Africa. They are not Sweden.
And they can play.
And they can play football. So they are not coming into this game feeling like, oh, we are inferior against anybody. This is a team that defeated Portugal in the last round, in the last tournament, right? This is a team that held their own against Brazil, and people say that they could have won that game against Brazil. So if we can hold our own against Brazil, what is the Netherlands, right?
The Brazilians of Europe.
No disrespect to Netherlands, but they can compete, right? With what we've seen with Morocco from the AFCON, from the last World Cup in Qatar, right? They got to the semi-finals of that World Cup in Qatar. Then they came into the AFCON, got to the finals, played very good football, defeated all of their opponents in spectacular fashion up onto the final where everything that happened still happened, all of the drama that happened in the final. But even preparing for this tournament, they've been like an house on fire. And all of their games in this competition, they've been very spectacular in the games that they've participated in this so far. In their group, they got I think in their group they got all of the points, right? And apart from the draw where they drew against Brazil, so 2 wins and a draw. So that's 7 points, right? And I think with the addition of Brahim Diaz in particular and Ayub Buadi, this is what we're discussing by the South African team, right? This is what we're saying about the South African team. There is no world in which Ayub Buadi cannot hold his own against Frenkie de Jong. There is no world in which Brahim Diaz feels scared of
Plays against these guys every other week.
You guys understand what I'm saying, right? Saibari just completed a move to Bayern Munich.
Yep.
There's no world in which he's scared of Virgil van Dijk, right?
No.
So this is what I'm saying. So
already played against him in the Champions League.
So
with
these are
PSV.
and he can score, right? There's Hakimi on the right, there's Mazraoui on the left. These are guys that we play against every week in, week out. So Morocco will go into this game feeling like they could win, they could get something out of it. Points. And even Netherlands, right? Holland have not been very spectacular in this competition. When you look at their team, right, the likes of Frenkie de Jong, I love the guy so much, right? I love Frankie a lot because of the way he controls the ball. But if you look at the forward line of Holland, for example, there's Cody Gakpo, because we know that Cody Gakpo is always the go-to man. Then there's Somerville, who has also been very impressive for me, coming off a very the season wasn't very impressive for him because he played with West Ham and then they got relegated. But with what I've seen so far in this competition, it's going to be a very big problem. But Somerville against Mazraoui, there's no mismatch there. Right, Cody Gakpo
played already against each other in the
so that's
Premier
what I'm
League.
saying. Like Cody Gakpo against Hakimi, there's no mismatch there. So
League
this is
already
not a typical European
like
side versus-
familiar battles all around the pitch.
So so this is a game that's going to go to the wire, right? This is a game where you get your chances, you take them, and I'm giving Morocco the superior chance in this game. For me,
Who wins it?
For me, who wins in this game is Morocco.
All right. Before
And this is not to say that it's going to be easy. I'm saying by hook or by crook, whatever battle you want to bring to Morocco, extra time, penalty, early goal, late goal, midfield battle, defense battle, forward battle, they are up to the task, and Morocco will get the win by any means possible.
Yeah, before I go to Felix for the Cote d'Ivoire, Norway, and France, Sweden, producer, please bring back that picture of Saibari dribbling pass or about to dribble past Alisson, the goalkeeper of Brazil. I want to make a note. Look at that face. Okay, that's not Saibari, but thank you very much, producer. Look at that face of Alisson. Producer, if it is possible, look. No, not zoom in. Don't zoom in. Look for Gerard Butler. Olympus has fallen or London has fallen. Compare the face. I mean, we could be doing any other talking. We'll come back to it. I will give you some time to come back. Look, just put that face of Alisson there. And
why ain't going living here like this?
So Gerard Butler, I don't want to go to Maximus. That's a different conversation. Let's stay with Gerard Butler because I'm like, he looks like Maximus. Let's stay with Gerard Butler from law-abiding citizen, or Olympus has fallen, London has fallen, anyone, Angel has fallen. There's three now. Yeah, let's see, how that goes. But while we're on that, talk to me about Cote d'Ivoire, Norway.
This game, when you were talking about Netherlands, Morocco being one of the most difficult games, I also think this is another one. And because
this one is tricky in my head, like.
I think it's difficult.
Cote d'Ivoire did against Germany.
Yeah.
I had big hope on Cote d'Ivoire.
They could have beaten Germany. Adingra is the reason why we will not play again in this story. If now I know you go don't turn on like
small picking.
Don't turn on like a bar. You see chance the control ball like say you wear canvas. Now boot you wear the control ball for here you go Badagry. But yeah, this one two of the most inexperienced teams at the World Cup. If you are looking at some teams who are inexperienced, but also two of the most talented teams in terms of the players that they have, like Morocco, Netherlands. The Norway squad filled with players who play all around top leagues in Europe. Yeah. Same for Ivory Coast.
Haaland is well rested.
Ahmad, Kessie, who now plays in Saudi, his contract is done there. Diomande, who they are rejecting 100 million for. Pepe, Sangare, like players all over the place.
Will you pay 100 million for
me? At the Chris,
I won't pay.
At the Chris,
nobody. They don't buy Elliot for 130.
Yeah, so
I see that Elliot against their final game against.
That's a wasted fund,
bro. Against Panama. Did you guys England Panama?
The first two games,
blood of Jesus, bro. It was porous.
Yeah, but the first two games it was good.
But I didn't know that Panama had gotten that good.
Yeah, so
Panama don't go.
That's a conversation for another day. I don't even think any player is worth 100 million.
No, a lot of players are. Mbappe is worth 100 million plus.
Is the now? What's the
Declan Rice is worth 105.
They should earn big, but to buy them 100 million.
I wanted to say something, but I don't want to say it again. I changed my mind.
Let's go back to the Ivory Coast. I think that game is going to be cagey.
Yeah, I agree with you.
When I say cagey, I don't mean there will not be goals. We might see a 2-2 because Norway would score. If you have Erling Haaland, you have Oscar Bob, you have Solot, you have Nusa,
you have Martin Odegaard,
who has not been all that at this tournament. You score goals. 5 goals. Pepe looks like he has gotten into his
groove. His fan is.
It was not Pepe that started their first 2 games though.
No, that's the point. So he came in
the
second game, and then the coach figured that Wahi is not doing it. The other big Bucky striker,
Bonnie.
yeah, he's getting all the hold up plan, but those tricky moves. See the goals where Pepe score now. Cut back from the man, they flash up in. Let's not worry too much. So he seems to be in a groove, and I think the attack, Ahmad on the right, Sangare on the left. Maybe I could not do that too much. And I've particularly liked how Faye, or is it Faye, has managed the squad. Every game he has made at least 4. That's utilizing your squad, and that's the having trust. When you say
But
this,
when you take 26 players to
Yeah.
a tournament, you should be able to do load shedding and rotate them properly.
I've looked at some coaches
Who stick to the same
Portugal
players.
could make one or two
Martinez,
changes.
what's wrong with him?
They're just 14. They go
like
yes.
yes.
Just have 11 and 3.
You will see somebody that played fine. He does not have Inyao played well in their first
That
game.
boy is. Oh
Second
my
game, he
God.
rested. He brought in Sangare. Played Kessie. The other one, he brought in Fafana. Sangare go and rest. Brought in Jerry. In attack, he has been first game he plays Jomande on the left, on the right. Ahmad was on the bench. Next game, Ahmad starts. Jomande go back to he has been managing the squad. Right back Doe and this.
And also confusing the opposition.
Yeah, they will be fresh. The Norwegian rested all their full first 11 in their final game. It was useless. That's one of the things that I did not like about this third place and already qualified team in the World Cup ball. We'll move from that. I think the game is going to be tight.
So what's your prediction?
I think by a hair's breadth, Norway edge it. I want Ivory Coast. I want Cote d'Ivoire to go.
I think it's finally time I'll be watching all these midnight games. So
Now let's go to France.
Let's
no
not
long,
spend
no
too
long
much
talk.
talk.
Let's not spend time
The
here.
easiest game in this round 32
yeah,
is that game. The easiest game
Netherlands
for any team
puts
to
5
Okay,
past
so
them.
so
France will
before
breeze through Sweden.
before
They're not there.
before I come to Mikolo again after the France breezing through Sweden. Producer, are you ready for us now? Gerard Butler and
Okay, showing us this one
Allison.
again. I'll take that. He said, "Oh, okay.
Can you see what
Go
I'm
back
saying?
again. Go back.
Can you
Go
see
back.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
That bank.
Producer, you are the best. Producer, you are the best.
That bank.
When producer flashed that picture,
Wow,
I
that was the
like,
first thought.
is Gerard Butler not
Yeah.
going to Brazil? Because
Ooh, wow.
the look
Allison is already a Christian boy. Jesus speak. He can add that Jesus
he
feel.
can do
They want the
Jesus
new
movie. Maybe he would replace James Caviezel. What's his name?
Ooh.
Passion of the Christ.
Ooh,
But
yes.
this is
the look.
this is
Ooh.
perfect match, man.
Yeah.
For those of you who are watching, give our producer some applause. Give our
Hey,
producer some
he
applause.
found the perfect
He found
picture.
the
Mr. K.
Mr. K, you're good. Now let's come back to the games. Mikolo, no long talk. Sharp one. Another host country playing against a very tricky country. Mexico, Ecuador.
Mexico looked good. They've looked sharp. They're staying in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
unlike
It's just Canada.
unlike
This
Canada,
probably
which
their
is,
last
very,
one, 'cause-
which is very sad.
It's
So
the
I think
Mexico City Stadium that they're playing this on.
so obviously they've found the act to it. They're playing really good in front of their fans. I feel like their fans will get them through this, and not just their fans. They've also been playing incredible football. Got all maximum points in their group when it even looked tough. We thought the likes of Korea were going to trouble them, but they found their way around it, and I feel like Mexico will be very good. Ecuador, they're going into this competition. Lost the first one, drew the second one, won the third one against a very tough German side. So they are going into the competition. They are increasing in confidence, and they'll feel like they can do something here. So, and I feel like teams like Ecuador, not only are they stubborn on the pitch, right? They are also stubborn in the fact that they want to spoil something. So if they are playing, there's more motivation if you are playing against a host nation, right? For teams like Ecuador, you know those kind of teams where you be like, we play on for front of our fans. Okay, we want to come and spoil the party. We want to come and spoil the party. So yes, they are getting into the groove. You maybe not the best of football, but I think in that final game against Germany, I saw them play very good football, better than what we saw in the first two games against Curacao and against Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast defeated them. They drew to Curacao, very, very surprise game. But yes,
they had no business losing against Ivory Coast, by the way.
And also they had no business drawing against Curacao as well. But then that's just the beauty of the World Cup. So it's going to be a very tough one. I think this is the game where it's going to be a typical round of 32. We'll go the distance in this one, and anybody can edge it. I feel like
England versus DR Congo. Let's make a shot.
the star powers will come to play. Yeah, I feel like the superstar power will overcome DR Congo. I think
Again, another familiar game.
Yeah, DR Congo will hold their own. I have so much trust in DR Congo because they know how to play football. They know how to play football. So I feel like DR Congo will hold their own against England. But it's going to be very crazy if DR Congo defeats England. So I'm not imagining it. I'm not imagining a world where they defeat them. But if they do, yeah, I feel like the superstars will come to play. But DR Congo will not be an easy one to defeat.
Now, this is a game between I have the resources, you stole it, you use it, you paint me bad. Now it's time to pay back. Senegal playing Belgium. I would have loved a DR Congo versus Belgium game anyway. That was my dream.
Fixture. That one is a
Senegal versus Belgium.
I think Senegal would edge Belgium.
You think so?
In this game, yeah, I think so. Senegal,
Jeremy Doku
I don't want to use the word unlucky because they were. If football was played in only one half, first half against France, Senegal probably deserve to have won that game. They did not. Second half, France blew them away. Their next game against Norway, I don't know. They came to the party late, but eventually when they turned up, they did some good things. Then their final game, they walloped their opposition in that one. Belgium have not been convincing.
Yeah.
Throughout this tournament, all 3 games. Yeah. Okay, they won the other one by
a good margin. Yeah,
by a good margin. But the first 2 games, I'm seated watching Belgium.
The first game needed a Lukaku that only played 65 minutes of all season
to come and get them a own goal.
Now
I'm looking
producer,
at what's
producer is killing me for time, so let's run through the matches.
Please let's also put into consideration that Senegal also have some back issues that's currently going on in their camp. There's the whole issue of not bringing their chef. They are owing them salaries. They are owing them bonosis. Typical of African nations and all of that.
That's what it's
going to say. That's what it's going to say now.
Giant hosts in the San Francisco Bay Area Stadium. Right. USA versus Bosnia Herzegovina. I think it's a one-way traffic in my opinion.
Yeah, US to prove through.
Spain versus Austria. Austria were allowed back into this tournament by Algeria. Yes, they helped them. If left only me, that game went 3-2 and Austria will go out. Spain, Austria. Who wins this one?
Spain, obviously.
Portugal, Croatia. Tricky one. It looked easy for Portugal, but it could just be tricky. Croatia might decide to see this is the game where
they start to lock him.
We decide to lock him because they've not been convincing in this tournament so far. Yeah. But where do you go with this one, Mikolo?
Obviously, I'll go with Portugal.
Felix, where do you go? Portugal, Croatia?
I think I will stick with Portugal, but I will not be shocked if Croatia would knock them out.
I stick with Portugal too. Switzerland, Algeria. I mean, Algeria in their last game showed us that they are not such a dead and buried team. They can play.
In as much as they bench Zidane, they are good.
Zidane is not in the goalpost.
So you pick Algeria to go through?
No,
Switzerland is the most difficult team to beat in any tournament.
Yeah, Switzerland have been.
Switzerland never reached where they go jabo.
They are more convincing too.
Okay, so Australia, Long Boys, tallest team in the tournament versus the Pharaohs of Egypt.
Funnily, a team that had not won in the World Cup before, they have now won, progressed to the knockout stage, and I think Egypt will get to the.
I pray they do.
I pray they do as well.
Now Argentina in a tricky game against Cape Verde. This is Argentina versus Portugal.
It's not tricky. It's not tricky.
Let's treat it as tricky.
It's not tricky. There's nothing tricky about it.
Right?
Cape Verde they've been good. They've been resolute because and it's also because
draw.
Yeah, but it's not going to be against Messi. It's not against Lautaro, Messi, and all of these guys. They have too many people that can break them down.
From the run of play, they will score free kick.
I don't know about too many.
They have too many individual brilliant people that can do something by themselves. Yeah.
Colombia, Ghana. Is it time for Chale to go back home?
Yeah, Chale. Sorry. Sorry,
this one be tough for me, my brother. This one be tough for me.
I think my brothers will go through.
No, see Colombia against Portugal.
I know.
Colombia have been impressive. Luis Diaz,
Lemar, James Diaz, Quintero, those boys.
Ghana have not been very.
When the brothers playing the ball, the way they play the ball, they use the juju to tie.
It be like things.
It be things where they go use juju to tie.
It be time to go house.
You sure?
It be time to go house. And they have tried. It be time to go house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's leave that one.
Let's wait
because that's the last game. Let's wait till from next Monday. We'll talk about Canada and the other teams that they are playing. Well, I think we've really, sort out the World Cup. But before we sign out, let me ask you: Manchester United is your team. Is the transfer activities giving you signs of joy for next season? You have a stable coach in Michael Carrick and his backroom staff, or you think that same of the same next season is still going to be disaster?
I don't know what to put my hands on with this one. I don't know if it's the World Cup that is the reason, but I liked Man United transfer last summer than I'm liking it this summer.
Are you being linked to the players that you're?
That's the point. Last season, even when
because
we had not
linking to Man United,
Yeah.
like is it all
last
you need
season,
right
even
now?
when we had not made, for example, we signed Cunha
It's like when I
very
signed
early
Lazy, I was like,
in the
this is not what we
window
need.
last season. We did not make any signing for a while before we did Chesko. Mbemo dragged till like almost the end of preseason. Chesko,
But they were
start
players
of the
that you
season.
needed.
But the link, you could see it. We are linked with a striker. We knew we needed a striker. We were linked with a 10. At that time, it was Amorim, a right-sided 10. We already got a left-sided 10 in Cunha. We know that we are fixing problems that we saw the previous season. This season, United have lost Casemiro. Ugarte is now injured. We are looking to sell him. There were talks about two standard midfielders coming in, and then maybe a +1 if the funds allow. A left back, Malacia, has left the building. Luke Shaw played the whole games last season, but we know Champions League is coming. Luke Shaw cannot play every 3 days, so you need a left back. Dogu is not, as shown, that is not a left back. As a left winger too, yes, Cunha looks like he can play there, but he's not a left winger. So all the places that we have been linked, the links are not linking. The players, we have only signed Ederson. And when I look at Ederson, I hope he proves me wrong. I see who got it.
People want to sign Matheus Fernandes now. Man.
Yeah, but the price that they are calling, United are looking like they would backpedal. And Spurs already go spoil business. They already go carry this. So we have to go high.
How much Spurs job?
Maybe they go like 65 or something.
Yeah.
If you are starting at that and they don't reject them,
If
that will go reach the 80 where they want
if
already.
Elliot Henderson is going for 130, people should be ready.
Reach
oh.
the 80 already. So I'm not liking this transfer window, but I want to, if the people who did there last season, I want to trust that they will do another good job this summer. It's trust. My this thing is on hope and trust, not belief.
Mikolo. Arsenal went to the finals of Champions League and lost. They were horrible in the cup competitions, in the domestic cup competition. They won the Premier League. Let's not forget that after 22 years. This team does not need 10 new players to step up.
Yeah.
In your word, to raise the level or level raisers.
Yeah.
They just need maybe 3, 4, at most 5, and then let some players go. Who are the players that Arsenal should let go? And again, let me apologize to you. Your no-guard position was better than my argument, because eventually Arteta did not even bank on him. So I shit myself.
I win.
And
What
give
did
it
you
to
say
you.
about that?
The day I will win too. I should expect this. The
Don't
team
worry,
in
you've
return.
had
But
lots of wins.
Having said that, who are the players that you are shipping at, and who are the ones that you are bringing in?
I think the likes of Gabriel Jesus should be on their way out. Obviously, it would. What are the other names that we're currently
The
looking
other
at?
Gabriel in attack.
Gabriel is that's the one in attack.
That's the one. You
The
said.
other one,
Which other one?
Martinelli.
No, that one. should not
I
go.
think Martinelli.
One
is-
between him and Trossard. Should leave.
No,
Arsenal need a
Trossard
new
should go,
left
but
top.
Martinelli is
So
still.
if you have to pick one person to leave, it's Trossard.
Trossard should go.
Trossard
Nicolas
is
One
for
goal
you.
in an entire season.
no. Trossard
He's
is
older.
Trossard is
older.
clutch. Yeah, so
Martinelli
you
is in
obviously.
a place now where if you sell him, what happened with Nabry will
Eh,
happen.
that's the point. Martinelli is the one that can bring you money. Trossard will not bring you. How much Arsenal sign?
Then
How
let
good
him
is he
go.
now?
We'll go Saudi.
You should go to
But I mean, I don't
Wow.
see too many teams happening. Maybe the lone players will go. Maybe the likes of Reece Nelson and all of those guys. You let some of the players go. I don't see so many differences happening. What I know is that I'm not bothered about the
Or you
transfer
don't think
window
you
for
need
now.
a new left
Yeah,
winger?
for now,
Starting left
definitely do. There's been links with Bakola. There's been links with like a lot of other players. And all that,
Julian
but-
is out too.
But yeah. So there has to be signings
And
right back as well.
Ben
And Ben
White
White might
might
also
also
leave.
not
I think Ben White should also
be
leave.
part of the team.
I think it's already done.
Kai
and all of those kind of
Havertz.
things. Kara stays, Gyökeres stays, sign one more striker.
Odegaard.
All those kind. Martin Odegaard. I feel like we're already moving past him. A lot of Arsenal fans will disagree, but he's still the captain of the side, and I feel like he can still have one more season to stay, just for leadership skills and also coming in, because we've also seen in games during the last season for example, the West Ham game where he came in and proved to be a difference maker in those kind of games and all of that. So we still need him. But me, primarily, all I need right now are level raisers. You're already champions of the Premier League, got to the final of the Champions League. What you need right now are not just regular players. This is not a Manchester
How many
United
level
side.
raisers there
This-
outside?
These
We
are
go come us now. We dey free.
For a Stella.
there's I don't know if they're going to leave
Farah
Quara. I
Stella.
don't know if they're going to leave Quara, but I feel like you can make an
Bakola.
audacious bid for Vinny Jr. That's what I'm
Vinny.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an audacious bid for Vinny Jr. Anywhere you land in will be between all of those kind of range. So
If Vinny is available for 150, Arsenal use
I'll
half
go for
of
him.
our
I'll
budget.
go
yeah,
for
they
him.
should they
Yes.
should drop it.
We'll go for him.
They should drop
And
it.
I
then
think that would be.
sign maybe two
I-
additional.
if you watch
When
the
you said the rest
interview
of
of the owners of Arsenal, the moment where they started signing players like Declan Rice showed where we were as a club. So if you are dropping 105 for this thing,
And to be honest, for
obviously
Arsenal,
Vinicius, yeah.
the whole distraction, the thing that was holding them back is building this SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, 5.1 billion, not be joke. Not be our money, but we should understand that even though you are a billionaire, doesn't mean that you should be spending
Yes, nah.
recklessly.
Your pocket
They've
no
done
be
that.
limitless.
The Rams have won the Super Bowl. The Vancouver White Sox, I be white whatever, have also been successful. So now to invest in Arsenal will not be a problem. I think that you can't go from this place where you're making profit to now going to struggling to make
and
top
did
four
you guys,
and not
bro? If
progressing.
you look at the
So you want to
analytics
repeat this.
and the finances of Arsenal from last year, the books were off the charts.
Yeah,
That's good.
so,
So,
it's
yeah.
good. For you out there, if your club is not mentioned, we're sorry. We're out of time. Our producer,
Chelsea,
our great producer, amazing
Chelsea,
producer.
where they bid 8 million for Xhaka.
How much is
Well,
supposed to
let's
How much,
let's leave that
they're
one.
saying-
Thank God- thank God they even rejected
Madrid buy
it.
some players for free. So
Thank God they rejected it. I can't
let's
wait.
not
I can't see Xhaka in Chelsea
let's not even
shirts.
try
It
to
will
drag-
hurt me.
let's not even try to drag Chelsea now. Having said that, if you have anything to say, put it there. Next week, Monday, we'll be here again to talk about all of the major talking points. But special shout out to our producer for doing a great job for us. And for those of you who are engaging our content, we say thank you to you as well. Please do well to tell your friends, to tell their friends about this channel. Join in the conversation. Help us to build this community so that we're able to do a whole lot more. Shout out to the entire backroom crew that's made this happen. Madam Esther, we say thank you. Sharif, thank you. To Islat, we say thank you. And Ismail, we also say thank you. And to the entire team and the IOs,
CJ, Oscar,
we
everybody.
are very, very grateful. Bye-bye.